This is Mrs. Farr, and I have prepared a short presentation about completing your course registration sheet for next year. This form is for students who are currently in 8th grade, going to be freshmen next year during the 2015-16 school year. Your form will look similar to the one I have on my screen. I noticed it didn't upload quite right. But at the top, there's room for your name, and then the due date is February 2nd. So we'd like to give you a week to look over the form, make some choices, get a parent or guardian involved in the process, and then both of you would sign it and you would return it to school. So I'm going to start by talking about the required courses. There are several types of credits that you're required to take as a freshman. The first is English. You will choose between English 9 or Honors English 9. This is a decision your current English teacher can help you make, or any of the English teachers at the high school can help you as well. For science, you will be choosing between Physical Science 1 or Biology. You have probably taken a test in 8th grade that's helped you make this decision, so your science teacher can help you make this decision as well. Finally, all freshmen take World History, Phys 9, and Health. So you will check all 3 of those boxes. So this brings us to 1 English credit, 1 science credit, 1 World History credit, and then a half credit each of Phys and Health, which makes 4 credits. Finally, you are required to choose a math class. You have several choices. The first 2 choices are algebra classes. We have Algebra 1, and then we also have a class called Algebra 1A, 1B, which is a 2-credit class. Students who take the Algebra 1A, 1B class will be taking math for the whole school year. One of the credits you receive will be a math credit. The other credit will be an elective credit. But it's teaching the same Algebra 1 class, but at a slower pace, giving you more time to get comfortable with the material. So if you feel like you could maybe use a math class that doesn't go at too fast a pace and gives you some more time to maybe work with a teacher to get some help, Algebra 1A, 1B may be the right choice for you. If you are already taking algebra as an 8th grader, you will want to take geometry next year. Okay, so that brings us to the 5 required classes that you have. Now we have some electives. You'll be choosing 3 credits of electives. The first one is Foundational English. Now this is an extra English class. If you feel like you could use a class that helps you work on your English skills, maybe some reading skills, you wanted a little bit of extra help with that, this would be a good choice for you. Intro to Agri-Science is an option. Art and Design, if you like art. Under Business Ed, we have several choices. The Publications class is the yearbook class, so students who take publications will be working on the yearbook. We have some choices under Family and Consumer Science, as well as World Language. Band and choir are options. Geography is a social studies class. You're not required to take it as a freshman, but it will count as one of the 3 social studies you're required to take for graduation. And finally, we have 3 tech ed choices. All 3 of these courses are required before you can move on to the higher level tech ed classes. So if you have an interest in tech ed, you may want to take 1 or 2 of these classes in order to start taking care of the prerequisites for the upper level classes. So please choose 3 elective credits. Now we have some other boxes on this form. The first one is a box that you would use if there's a class that you want to take, but it's not listed on this form. So if there is a class that you feel like you're ready for, but it's really only open to older students, you would need to write it in this box and get the teacher to sign off on it saying that it's okay for you to take that class. The next box is for alternates. This is something that everybody needs to complete. Just in case we can't get you all of the classes that you've already chosen, we need some extra classes that we can work with. So please list some alternates. And then finally, we need some signatures on it. A student signature and a parent signature. This tells us that you've looked the form over and that you've made some good choices about what classes you'd like to take next year. So once you've taken care of that, you'll bring it back to school, and then Mr. Brown will be your counselor in 9th grade, and he'll be working with you on entering your courses online in PowerSchool. And that will happen probably during the week of February 2nd. So hopefully this gave you some guidance on how to complete this form. If you have some questions, you can certainly ask any of your teachers or any of the teachers at the high school. I'm happy to help out, and so is Mr. Brown. You just need to ask if you have some questions. Thank you.